Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
What is your name?
My name is Manmeet.
Can you spell it for me?
Yes, it's MANMEET.
Where do you come from?
I come from Patiala, which is in Punjab.
What is your name?
My name is Navdeep.
Can you spell it for me?
Yes, NAVDEEP.
Where do you come from?
I come from Napa, which is near Patiala.
All right. In phase 1, I will ask you few questions. Let's talk about weather. What is the weather like where you live?
Sometimes it is very hot and sometimes it is very cold. So, but I like winters.
Do you prefer cold or hot weather?
I prefer cold weather
Why?
because in summers there are a lot of things that like skin cancer which come from suns, and so I prefer cold weather.
Okay. Do you like weekends?
Yes, I love weekends because it is a kind of break what we can get in a week full of hectic schedule. So I love spending weekends.
What do you usually do on weekends?
I usually spend my most of the time with my families, and I used to go out with the family.
Okay. Let's talk about transportation. What kind of transportation do you usually take?
I usually travel via my personal bikes or some cars.
Okay. When do you usually take public transport?
I usually prefer public transport when I want to go for a long travel or somewhere if I'm going with my family for a trip. So I prefer public transport.
Okay. Did you take public transport when you were a child?
Yes, ma'am. I prefer public transport when I was child, and it's quite interesting also.
Do most people prefer public transport in your area?
Yes, ma'am. Most people prefer because most of the women are not well educated, so they prefer public transport.
Okay, let's talk about food. What is your favorite food?
I like having Chinese food first of all, and I love noodles in that.
Okay. What was your favorite food when you were a child?
Ma'am, when I was child, my favorite was a burger and pizza.
Okay.
Yes.
Is there any food you dislike?
No, ma'am. There is not any kind of food what I don't like. I prefer all healthy food.
Do you know cooking?
Yes, ma'am. I love cooking. I used to make many things on weekends.
All right. This is the end of part 1. Now, in part 2, you both will ask each other questions on a particular topic. Manmeet will ask Navdeep about sports, and Navdeep, you will ask her about holidays. You both will have 1.5 minutes to prepare the questions. All right?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Here are the papers and pencils.
Thank you. Do you like to watch sports on TV?
No, I don't like to watch sports on TV. It is quite disinterested for me, and I used to watch serials only.
Do you play any sports?
As I clearly mentioned that I do not like sports, so I do not play any sports. Um,
Okay. Which is a popular sport in your country?
Soccer is a popular sports in my country. It is a world-based sports in my country. Moreover, people also play tennis and martial arts.
Who's your favorite sports star?
No one is my favorite sports star, but Sachin Tendulkar is one of the most famous in our country because he plays cricket very good. What do you do on your holidays?
I usually spend my holidays with my family or friends. Most of the time, I want to spend my quality time in my holidays with my loved ones.
What are holidays important for you?
Yes, holidays are like very important for me. It is a kind of break I can consider after a year full of hectic schedule and challenges. And so, in holidays, I can spend my some me time.
What do you usually spend in holidays with?
I usually spend my holidays. It totally depends that which kind of holidays are there, and I usually prefer to spend my holidays with my friends. And but if it is some occasional holidays, then I prefer to spend it with my family first.
If you could take a holiday anywhere in the world, where would you go and why?
I would prefer spending my holiday in Switzerland because it is my dream destination to visit once in my life at least.
Alright, this is the end of Phase 1A, Phase 1B speaking test. Thank you.